Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To our beloved lecturer, Professor Madya Dr. Rahimah Muhammad Yunus, and also to everyone who watches this video. We are Group 1 from JAC 22068, and today we would like to present our group project, Emerging Issues Sustainability Analysis Report. Before we start, let us introduce ourselves first.
My name is AINA NATASYA binti AZLI.
And my name is Muhammad SHAHMI bin Muhammad Din.
My name is Muhammad FARHAN ROFI.
Hi, my name is NURIFFAHAMIRAH.
And my name is NURUL binti MANAF.
The healthcare industry played a critical role in safeguarding public well-being while also contributing to the long-term economic sustainability. Due to the nature of its operation, the industry faced high exposure to the environmental, social, and governance risks. These include the patient safety and service quality, which directly affect trust and outcome, as well as workforce welfare given the reliance on skilled medical professionals. From an environmental perspective, healthcare operation involves significant energy consumption and medical waste generation. In addition, strict governance and regulatory compliance are required to ensure ethical practice and patient protection. As a result, stakeholders such as investors, regulators, and public increasingly demand the transparent and credible sustainability reporting to assess how the healthcare company manage these risks and create a long-term value. Sustainability reporting is important because the sustainability related the risk and opportunity can directly impact a company enterprise value, which is the core focus of IFRS S1. Stakeholders such as investor, regulator, and lender increasingly demand the credible and decision useful of ESG information to assess the long-term performance and risk exposure. In addition, sustainability reporting is no longer separate from the financial reporting. Instead, it is increasingly integrated into the business strategy and financial outcome, especially under IFRS S1 and S2 requirement. IFRS S1 and S2 represent a significant shift toward the standardized and decision-useful sustainability reporting. IFRS S1 focus on the disclosure of material sustainability related the risks and opportunity that will affect a company enterprise value. It requires the company to clearly link the sustainability issue with the governance structure, business strategy, risk management process, and the financial performance. IFRS S2 built on this by specifically addressing the climate-related disclosure. Companies are required to report on climate risk and opportunity, greenhouse gas emissions, energy use, target, and the governance and the risk management process that related to the climate issue. In Malaysia, NSRF Phase 2 aligned the local reporting requirement with the ISSB standard, including the IFRS S1 and S2. This framework enhance the comparability, consistency, and the credibility of the sustainability information across the Malaysian listed company, supporting the better stakeholder decision making. KPJ Healthcare Berhad operates primarily in the private healthcare services, focusing on the hospital and specialist medical care. The company operates in a highly regulated environment where the patient safety, service quality, and the professional governance are critically success factors. In the financial year 2024, KPJ showed the improvement of financial performance driven by the higher patient demands and the better hospital utilization. This financial stability is important because it enables the KPJ to invest in sustainability initiatives such as digital healthcare system, staff training, and the energy efficiency improvement. From a sustainability perspective, KPJ main exposure are social, particularly quality of care and workforce welfare, supported by the governance system that ensure the compliant and the long-term operational resilience. Pharmaniaga Berhad operates across the pharmaceutical value chains, including the manufacturing, logistics, and the medicine distribution, playing a key role in Malaysia's healthcare system. Unlike KPJ, Pharmaniaga faced greater environmental and supply chain sustainability risks due to its manufacturing and logistic activities. In the financial year 2024, the company focused on the financial restructuring and the stabilizing operations. While this improved the long-term viability, financial constraints may limit the depth and speed of the sustainability initiative, particularly climate-related actions under IFRS S2. Therefore, sustainability reporting is critical for the Pharmaniaga to demonstrate how it manages operational risks while balancing the financial recovery and the long-term value creation. Although both companies operate in the healthcare industry, their business model creates different sustainability risks and reporting priorities. The KPJ's stronger financial position support more proactive sustainability investment, while the Pharmaniaga sustainability efforts are closely linked to the financial recovery and the operational efficiency. This comparison set the foundation for our next section, where we evaluate the credibility of sustainability disclosure under IFRS S1 and S2.
Next, I will evaluate and rate how each company present their sustainability information. So, first for KPJ Healthcare Berhad, based on IFRS S1 General Disclosure Credibility. All the evidence we took from KPJ Sustainability Report 2024. So, for clarity and connectivity, we give score 4/5 because KPJ clearly explains sustainability initiative and link them to healthcare operation and long-term strategy, especially patient care quality and operational efficiency. Some link to financial impact are implied rather than quantified. Evident at page 2. For specificity and materiality, we give score 4/5 because the report identifies material ESG issue specific to healthcare, which is patient safety, energy use, and staff well-being. It also provides quantitative indicators such as energy consumption and waste management data, evident at page 44. For consistency and integration, we give score 4/5 because governance strategy, risk management, and metric are generally aligned across section. Climate and operational risks discussed in risk management are reflected in sustainability action, evident page 10. Next, transparency of boundaries and assumption. We give score 3/5 because KPJ disclosed reporting scope and data coverage, but assumption, estimation, uncertainty, and limitation, especially for emission data, are only briefly explained. Evident page 2. Lastly, for comparability, we give score 4/5 because the report provides multi-year sustainability data, enabling year-on-year comparison. Peer benchmarking are limited. Page 2. Next, for IFRS S2, which is Climate-Related Disclosure Index for KPJ Healthcare Berhad. For governance, we give score 4/5 because the board and management oversee sustainability and climate-related risks through established committees. Roles are clearly stated. Page 18. For strategy, 3/5 because climate risks such as energy usage and operational disruption are discussed, but long-term climate scenario analysis is limited. Page 35. Risk management 4/5 because climate-related risks are incorporated into enterprise risk management process, including mitigation measure. Page 18. For metric and target, we give score 3/5 because KPJ disclose energy usage and some emission data, but does not yet provide comprehensive scope emission of science-based target. Page 38. Next are for FARHAN Niaga Berhad. Based on IFRS S1, General Disclosure Credibility, for FARHAN Niaga Berhad, all the evidence we took from FARHAN Niaga Sustainability Statement 2024. First, for clarity and connectivity, we give score 3/5 because sustainability disclosure are clear but mostly descriptive. Link between sustainability initiative and financial performance are limited. Evident at page 125. Next, specificity and materiality, score 4/5 because material issues such as supply chain resilience, product quality and environmental compliance are clearly identified and supported by metric. Page 39. Consistency and integration 3/5 because some consistency exists across governance and sustainability section, but climate risks are not fully integrated into business strategy discussion. Evident page 75. For transparency of boundary and assumption, score 3/5 because reporting boundaries are stated but assumption data, estimation method and limitation are briefly covered. Evident page 2. Lastly, comparability, we give score 3/5 because some years on year data is provided but limited historical depth reduced comparability. Evident page 124. So next for FARHAN Niaga Berhad based on IFRS S2 Climate Related Disclosure Index. For governance, we give score 3/5 because board oversight of sustainability is disclosed, but specific climate governance responsibility are limited. Evident at page 126. For strategy, score 3/5 because climate-related considerations are mentioned, but their impact on long-term strategy and value chain is not deeply analyzed. Evident page 128. For risk management, the score also 3/5 because climate risks are acknowledged but not fully embedded into enterprise risk management process. Evident page 126. Metric and target, score 3/5 because energy consumption and emission data are disclosed, but climate target and progress tracking are limited. Evident page 104.
For assurance level, KPJ Healthcare Berhad obtained independent external assurance from Serum Trust International. The assurance engagement was conducted in accordance with ISAE 3000 and provides a limited level of assurance over selected sustainability indicators. Therefore, based on the assurance scale provided, KPJ is rated 4/5. As the assurance is external but limited in scope rather than reasonable assurance. FARHAN Niaga Berhad has obtained external independent assurance over its sustainability statement. The assurance engagement was conducted in accordance with ISAE 3000 and provides a limited level of assurance. As the assurance scope is limited rather than reasonable assurance, FARHAN Niaga is assigned an assurance score of 4/5.
Next, I will explain about KPG Healthcare Berhad financial sustainability linkage on profitability and how it supports KPG Healthcare sustainability strategy. KPG Healthcare demonstrates stable and recurring profitability, which we can see from its positive return on asset and consistent net profit margin. This means the company is efficient in using hospital assets to generate profits while keeping operation resilient even in challenging times. Profitability is crucial for sustainability because it provides internal financial capacity. With strong profits, KPG can fund long-term sustainability initiatives such as green hospital development, patient safety programs, and community healthcare service without relying heavily on debt or external financing. This ensures that sustainability is not just a cost but an investment that can generate long-term value for the company, patient, and the community. Stable profits also build trust with stakeholders, investors, regulators, and the public. It makes this person more confident when they see that sustainability initiatives are supported by a financially strong company. For example, KPG consistent profitability strengthens the credibility of its sustainability reporting under FAR661, showing that ESG disclosures are backed by real financial capacity, not just aspirational goals. Furthermore, strong profitability sets the stage for managing liquidity and leverage, which we will discuss in the next slides. By generating consistent profits, KPG has the flexibility to balance its cash flow and debt responsibly while continuing to invest in sustainability initiatives. This links financial health directly to long-term resilience and ESG strategy, ensuring that KPG can grow sustainably without compromising financial stability. In summary, KPG profitability is not only measure of financial performance, it enables consistent ESG investment, boosts stakeholder confidence, and strengthens the company's long-term resilience. Profitability and sustainability work hand in hand, forming the KPG foundation of KPG Healthcare strategy for creating lasting value. Next, I will explain about KPG Healthcare Berhad liquidity and leverage. First, KPG maintains a strong operating cash flow. From a sustainability perspective, this liquidity acts as a social safety net. It ensures that the group has the immediate funds to manage day-to-day social obligations, such as maintaining high patient safety standards and investing in community health programs without any financial strain. This alignment shows that KPG is financially resilient enough to keep its people first promise under any circumstance. Next, we look at leverage. KPG operates with a very manageable debt structure, which minimizes their financial risk profile. Why is this important for ESG? Because controlled debt preserves the company's financial headroom. This capacity allows KPG to confidently invest in long-term, capital-intensive environmental projects, specifically the transition toward energy-efficient green hospital and advanced medical waste management. Their fiscal discipline today is essentially funding the green infrastructure of tomorrow. Finally, the most significant evidence of integration is KPG Sustainability Sukuk Akalah. This is a prime example of the FAR661 principle of connectivity. By using sustainability-linked financing, KPJ has directly tied its capitalizing activity to specific environmental and social outcomes. This proves to our investor that sustainability is no longer a separate initiative, it is a core component of KPJ financial strategy. In conclusion, KPJ financial stability doesn't just support its sustainability goal, it actively drives them. Next, we move to FARMANEGA Berhad Financial Sustainability Linkage. In 2024, the group achieved a return on asset of 13.5%, marking a significant recovery. This percentage tells us that FARMANEGA is now utilizing its manufacturing and logistic assets more efficiently. For sustainability, this is crucial because it provides the internal funding necessary to maintain their cost-social mandate, ensuring a stable and safe supply of liquid to the nation. Next, we see a net profit margin of 7%. This improvement is the direct result of rigorous cost control and operational restructuring. While the group is still in a cautious recovery phase, these healthier margins are essential. They create the financial buffer needed to uphold high quality control standards and product safety, ensuring that financial recovery never comes at the expense of patient well-being. Finally, with an earning before interest of 305.3 million, FARMANEGA has significantly boosted its cash generating power. This financial independence reduces their reliance on external debt and strengthens their long-term capacity to manage a resilient supply chain. In summary, FARMANEGA return to profitability is the engine that will allow them to rebuild their sustainability initiative and meet their long-term ESG commitment. Next, we move to FARMANEGA Berhad liquidity and leverage. The group interest coverage ratio stands at 3.7 times. In stated financial terms, this indicates an improved capacity to meet interest obligations from operating profit. The sustainability linkage here is critical to improve liquidity, reduce financial distress, which directly support FARMANEGA's social mandate. It ensures the group can maintain an uninterrupted supply chain for essential pharmaceutical to public healthcare institutions. Essentially, the short-term financial stability is the primary enabler of national health security. Next, we move to the leverage. FARMANEGA carries a significant debt burden with a total borrowing amounting to 1.185.1 million. From a reporting perspective, this high leverage ratio increases the group financial risk and interest expense. The linkage to sustainability is one of capital constraint because a substantial portion of cash flow is dedicated to debt servicing. The group has limited financial headroom to fund capital-intensive ESG projects such as large-scale carbon reduction technology. Consequently, the current sustainability strategy is pragmatically focused on operational efficiency and cost optimization rather than aggressive green expansion. Finally, we must note the negative shareholder equity. This is a major structural challenge that currently restricts the group access to sustainable financing instruments such as green bond and sustainability-linked loans. The path forward relies entirely on the successful execution of regularization plan, Rebuilding equity is not just a regulatory requirement, it is a prerequisite to strengthen Farhaniaga long-term capacity for sustainability investment. Once the balance sheet is stabilized, the group can transition from defensive financial management to proactive ESG integration.
Next, I'll continue with the discussions. Based on the earlier analysis of IFRS S1 and S2, assurance level and the financial ratio, several key issues can be discussed regarding the credibility and future readiness of sustainability reporting by KPJ Berhad and Farhaniaga Berhad. Firstly, although both companies demonstrate a reasonable level of the compliance with IFRS S1 and S2, a major challenge is the limited integrations between the sustainability disclosure and financial performance. Most sustainability initiatives are explained in the descriptive manner, but only a few are clearly linked to the measurable financial impact, and such as cost saving, profitability, or capital allocations. This reduces the decision usefulness of the information for the investor and other stakeholders. Secondly, in terms of the climate related disclosure under IFRS S2, both companies still show room for improvement. KPJ focused mainly on the operational energy usage and environmental efficiency, while Farhaniaga acknowledged climate risk but does not fully integrate them into a long-term strategy or value chain analysis. The absence of the detailed climate scenario analysis and limited disclosure of the Scope 3 emissions may affect the comparability and the completeness of the climate-related information. Thirdly, both KPJ and Farhaniaga obtained the limited external assurance levels, which enhance credibility compared to the having no assurance. However, the assurance scope is still selective and does not cover the entire sustainability reporting framework. This indicates that sustainability reporting assurance is Malaysian is still developing and has not yet reached a mature stage. Next, future outlook and recommendation. Looking ahead, several forward-looking recommendations can be proposed to strengthen sustainability reporting practice. Firstly, companies should enhance the linkage between the sustainability, performance, and financial outcome. In the line with the IFRS S1, focus on the enterprise value. This can achieve by the clearly quantifying how sustainability initiatives contribute to cost efficiency, risk reduction, and long-term profitability. Secondly, both companies should strengthen IFRS S2, align disclosure by the incorporating climate scenario analysis, transitions risk, and more comprehensive emissions reporting. This will improve the preparedness for the future regulatory requirement and rising the stakeholder expectation under Malaysian National Sustainability Report Framework Phase 2. Thirdly, moving toward broader or the reasonable external assurance would significantly improve the reporting credibility. Stronger assurance reflect deeper organizational commitment and reduce the risk for the greenwashing perception. Next is implications. From a corporate governance perspective, improved sustainability reporting requires a stronger board oversight and accountability, particularly in managing climate-related and sustainability risks. When the sustainability is embedded into the governance structure, it becomes a part of the strategic decision making rather than the compliance exercise. In terms of the long-term value creations, KPJ's stronger financial position and sustainability-linked finance indicate higher the readiness to support the sustainability investment. In contrast, Farmaniaga's financial constraints suggest that its sustainability efforts will remain focused on the efficiency and recovery in the near term. Overall, companies that successfully integrate the credible sustainability reporting with the financial resilience are the better positioned to achieve the sustainable growth and maintain stakeholder trust in the future.
That's all from us. Thank you.